I'm back again with another video. Just before I get started, because y'all know I'm going to be talking about the truths, the pros and cons about living in Sweden, Södertälje, Sweden in particular. If y'all don't know where the back again comes from, it's from one of my favorite drag queens, Melissa Edwards. She has a song that goes, I'm back again, back something like the Vatican. So yeah, that's where it comes from. Anyways, so I have been in Sweden for August 28th, September 28th, October, not even 2 months, technically. Not even 2 months yet. But I wanted to go ahead and give y'all my pros and cons so far of living here in Sweden. So, like I said, I am in Södertälje, Sweden, which is about a 30-minute drive from Stockholm, Sweden. Now, you might have heard of Stockholm. Stockholm is like the capital. Is it the capital? I think it's the capital. I think it's the capital of Sweden. If it's not the capital of Sweden, it is the most well-known part of Sweden. And y'all saw my video of me and Maddie in Stockholm. It's a beautiful place. So, yeah. We're about 30 minutes from Stockholm in a little city, not little, but a city called Södertälje. This is where Maddie is playing basketball for the professional team here in this city. Yeah, so that's what brought us to Sweden in the first place. If you haven't watched any of my other videos of me being here in Sweden, like my room, or my Architectural Digest video of the tour of our studio, and our travel video, yeah, go check those out. Let's get into, firstly, the pros. So first I want to get into the pros. First pro for being in Sweden is it is easy to find your way around. Not meaning like easy to, like the signs, but the accessibility to transportation is very accessible. There's city bus. The city buses run every day, all day. You can ride a bike. There's bike routes. You can walk. Everything is kind of pretty much close to you. There's something close to you to where you don't have to walk or bike too far. Or if you don't want to bike or walk, you can take the bus, and the bus is not expensive at all. Like it is, but it isn't. You know, kind of can cheat the system a little bit and get you a discounted ticket. So I do that, and so that's very affordable. Next thing is that it is quiet here. Now, if you go back a few months, me and Maddie were in the Dominican Republic, and we talked about how when we was in Santo Domingo, how loud it was in Santo Domingo. Every day, all day. Every day, all day. It is not loud here. The loud noise comes from like construction. We're near a hospital, and a hospital that's being like constructed on, and we're near the bridge and the river where they're doing construction. And you might hear the police and what's it called, ambulance, because like I said, we're not right near the hospital, and maybe every once in a while we'll hear boys on their bikes, or people in their fast cars, but other than that, it's really quiet here, really quiet. The next thing is that the people are super friendly, yet very reserved. So like if you ask for help, they will tend to help you. But if you don't ask for anything, no one's gonna bother you. Everybody minds their business. Like, they're to themselves. They are pretty much reserved unless you're spoken to. You know, they don't speak unless spoken to. But when they do speak to you, they're really nice. That leads me to my next pro, which is everybody, for the most part, speaks English. Which is very helpful, because when we was in the Dominican, it was rare that people spoke English. So having the ability to communicate with the locals makes it a lot easier to get around, to feel a little bit related to. I coach 14-year-olds and 10-year-olds, and they speak English. Now, some of their parents might not speak good English, but most of them do. But all of my girls speak English, and that's a pro, because it would have been hard coaching girls who don't understand English. They have clean drinking water. Now, we moved here from Memphis. In my opinion, Memphis has some of the best the best tap water that I've tasted in the States. I haven't been everywhere in the States, but they have the best tap water in the States. But here in Sweden, everywhere has tap water. They don't even have water fountains like in the gym. Like, you know, the water fountains in the States where you press the button and you, yeah, no, they don't have that. It's just a faucet, like a, where you wash your hands faucet, and people drink from out of that, or they fill the water bottles up with that, because the water is so clean here, and you can drink it. So that is a positive, because we don't buy any juice or bottled, we don't buy bottled water, which we was buying bottled water all the time in the Dominican. Good thing it was very cost efficient in the Dominican to buy bottled water, but yeah, we don't have to buy bottled water. We don't buy like drinks because we drink water. I like water now, thanks to Maddie. So I can just drink water and be fine. My last two kind of go hand in hand, which is like the food is healthier here and the portion sizes are larger. When I say the portion sizes are larger, but they are at the same time. We tend to go to places that have buffets, and then the restaurants that we do go to, that's, you know, that we get a meal from, they definitely give you a larger portion of food. But the food here is super healthy. I'm not going to say that the food here is like the most flavorful all the time at the places that we've been to, but they're edible. They're good. They don't taste like home. They just don't taste like home. You know, in the States, everything is processed. We put a lot of seasonings on everything, but you can tell that the food here is just cooked. Now, I don't want to say more naturally, but less added stuff. I'll just say that it's like less added stuff. They have really strict, I don't know what it's called here, but it's like the, you know, like the FDA for the United States and Sweden. They are really strict when it comes to what ingredients are put in the food, what ingredients are put in the store-bought products. It doesn't matter if it's store-bought, fast food, or, you know, people's sit-down restaurants. The food is made healthier. Those are all the pros to living in Sweden. So let's go through some of the cons. Now the cons is not that many because I haven't been here for a long time, but these are my cons so far for living in Sweden. The first thing, the cost is actually about the same as the United States. And that's a con, yes, because, you know, stuff in the United States, stuff is expensive, and it's expensive here, but it's not really expensive in comparison as to the cost of living. It's expensive in the United States because the cost of living is so high, whereas here the cost of living has gone up, of course, since COVID. For the local people who live here, yes, they feel like stuff is getting more expensive. But for us moving here, yes, we don't pay for our apartment, but I've looked up apartments. I've looked at the Airbnb rates here. It is not expensive in comparison to the United States for an apartment. A two-bedroom, two-bathroom apartment here in Södertälje, near the city center, is only like $1,100 for a two-bedroom, two-bathroom. That's pretty good for the downtown area. You go downtown anywhere in the States, like in Memphis, downtown, the two bedrooms are starting at, you know, like $1,500 to $2,000, almost $2,000, and that does not include your utilities. Whereas here, it includes your utilities, the price that you're paying. So that's a bonus. That's a con slash a pro. Honestly, the con is like it's kind of in comparison to the United States, like grocery shopping is the same. Going out to eat is about the same. The second thing for my con so far is that there are no American fast food restaurants besides those McDonald's, Burger King, and KFC. And the McDonald's, Burger King, and KFC honestly cost the same as the United States. Like, so I'd rather just eat at home. I don't want to pay for fast food, and it's not going to be cheap, if that makes sense. But they taste better or healthier. So I guess I can see why they're about the same. You can check out me and Maddie trying McDonald's for the first time. That video is going to be dropping soon, so be on the lookout for that. The third thing is weather. Now, we haven't even been through the thick of it yet, but it started getting cold here mid-September. And not just like, oh, maybe like 56, 60 degrees. No. It was in the 40s in mid-September, and now it's consistently 40 degrees. The other day, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday. It was 56 degrees outside, the sun was out. We were like, yes. We're going outside. We took a walk, and it was technically that would be cold, right? Or cold for us in the United States, but for here, it was beautiful weather. Like today is like the sun's out. When the sun is out, it's nice because what they have been telling us to prepare for is the snow and mainly the darkness, because when it gets to like in the mid to end of November, it gets dark really early. It gets dark around like 3 or 4 o'clock. So you only get from like 9 to 3 about a daylight, and it's really not sunlight, like direct sunlight. It's an overcast, so it's cloudy, but the sun is out. That's the most lightness you get during the winter months. So, and then it gets pitch black by 4 o'clock. So yeah, the weather is a con, and it kind of sucks because I really like this place, but this is not somewhere I would probably want to live for a while because I just couldn't get through the winter months. Like I don't want to be, in the darkness. Look at this melanin. I'm not supposed to be in the dark. I'm supposed to be in the sun. Okay? And I'm just getting prepared for that. So yeah, and the last thing for the cons is that immigration is kind of tough. Not kind of tough, it's tough. When we first got here, we were stopped by immigration, and we had to wait till everybody went through. They had to go through Maddie's stuff. They had to call Maddie's organization, because you're not just getting in here and trying to make money. They need to know why, when, where. Why, when, where. When we went to the Dominican, we was like, oh, we're here for vacation. How long you staying? Oh, 2 months. Huh? 2 months for what? It doesn't matter. They stamped us and let us through. Okay? We came here and they were like, how long are you going to be here? Where's your return flight? Showed them my return flight. They were like, what are you doing? Why are you going to be here? I said, just vacationing. And they were like, well, she's leaving on this time. What are you going to do? Where are you going to stay? And I'm like, I'm going to stay in the same place. Like, yeah, they were not like rude about it, but they're on their P's and Q's when it comes to the immigration. And so now I'm trying to get an extended stay residency permit through Madison, because she has her residency permit now. And it's still like things we got to get through to get it. And it's a long process. So I would say if you are trying to move to Sweden or live in Sweden past the 3 months that they give you for vacationing, you need to have your stuff done before you get here, or have it already ready for when you get here, so that way you don't have to wait for the process, And that's, just learning stuff. We didn't know, so we're just learning. Yeah, my cons weren't that bad. It's not that many, honestly. I really like it here. The biggest things are the weather and the cost of like things, and the lack of like, there's no Wingstop, there's no Cookout, there's not a Sonic, that if I wanted to get just some quick fast food, that I could just get some. So that's the biggest con for me. Other than that, I really like it here. I'm excited for the rest of our time here. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. Yeah, your girl's gonna be uploading every day this week, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna give y'all some good content, and I hope y'all like it. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, it's okay. I love you anyway, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace to the movies. Go planet.